What's up everyone, my name is Troy from TechGamesEtc, and today we're going to talk about this review for the Battlefield 1 beta. And let me tell you, I almost cried of how good this beta is, but EA's about to make a fatal mistake that's going to hold this game back like all the other Battlefields. But before I get started, if you didn't see my last video where I talked about the Titanfall 2 beta or demo as I call it, you can go ahead, look in the link in the description box below for a link to that video. Now let's get started. Like I said in the beginning, I believe that the Battlefield 1 beta was awesome. I don't even know where to begin because I'm just so excited for this beta. But unfortunately, like I said, there's this one crucial area that I think is going to hold this title back. But if y'all want to skip to that part, I'll just go ahead and leave a caption on the video to show you what part of the video to skip to talk about the huge flaw that's going to hold this title back when it releases. That may hold this title back, but I'm going to show you evidence of why I think it's going in this direction. But before we even talk about that, let's talk about the game itself. I'm speechless. I can't even talk right now. I'm not even exaggerating. Battlefield 1 feels so incredible. It feels like it's a complete game. It feels like a huge step up from Battlefield Hardline. When I tell you, just the atmosphere of this game, the controls, the sound effects, they really take this DICE engine and take it to the next level. I've never felt so immersed in Battlefield in a long time, ever since Bad Company 2, which is, it feels just like that. Now, from the music, from the design, from the levels, from the models, the 3D models, I love the ragdoll physics. I love it when your soldier explodes. Like there's an explosion near your soldier, you'll see the ragdoll physics of the soldier like tumbling and stuff. The sound effects, the crater explosions. Let me talk about this. I've never seen a World War I game that really captures the battle itself. You know, like you can actually, when bombs drop from planes, it actually leaves craters in the actual map. Now with this demo, I completely forgot to talk about what's actually in the demo itself. You got two modes. You got Conquest and you got Rush. Rush is pretty much you defend against the opposing team as they try to complete objectives throughout the map. Conquest is pretty much where everyone tries to fight for a particular part of the map and hold it. Now the guns are very limited in here, of course. They're not going to give you a lot. The campaign is actually locked, so you can't really play the storyline. Of course, it's a demo. But also I did see when you do have your loadout, you get a melee weapon, you get a gadget, you get a sidearm, a main. It also shows you on your guns, it actually shows you bullet drop as well. And let me talk about the one thing that felt so epic when I did it in this game. Let's talk about riding these horses. You can actually ride a horse in this game. And when I tell you they get it right, from the physics to the weight of the horse to everything, you feel like you are badass. You feel like you about to rush into battle with this horse. I can talk about this horse for like the next 15 minutes. That's how free I felt with this horse. Like I haven't felt this free riding a horse in a game ever since Ocarina of Time. And I'm going back to the Nintendo 64 days when Link rode the horse for the first time. But this is a step up. It reminds me of Ocarina of Time. It reminds me of Shadow of Colossus. But let me tell y'all, This horse feels right. Like when you play and you see all the bullets whizzing by your head, you see the tanks trying to explode, trying to aim at you, trying to get you off that horse. When you see soldiers trying to come after you, it really feels like you're a part of the cavalry. But the downside that I see with the horse is when you spawn, when you start to level with the horse, you actually become a cavalry, like a rifleman. You don't stay your class. Like they have a support class, medic class, heavy class, and an assault class. I'm mostly assault because assaults are the best classes in the world. You know what I'm saying? Hey, give me that rifle, let's go. But the thing about it is when you're on the horse, like you start the level with the horse, they actually change your class automatically to a cavalry rifleman. So when you get off the horse, you have a rifle, you have a sidearm. But you also, when you're on a horse, you have a sword as well. They actually get this thing right. They actually get this thing right. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all some of the things, some of the clips I'm talking about. Y'all see, talking about it ain't serving it justice, ain't serving its purpose. I'm gonna show y'all some replay clips that I caught, you know, as I was beasting out, you know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna show you 2 replays. The first replay, I'm gonna show you what these explosions sound like, what these airplanes sound like. You can actually hear when the bombs drop and they explode. They will leave a crater in the map. I'm gonna show you that. The second replay I'm gonna show you is me just beasting. Hey, look, I gotta show you my beasting skills. You know, I gotta take it a step up. And I want you to make sure you turn up your value so you can hear the bodies drop that I laid to rest. But you're gonna see 2 replays and I'll be right back with you. All right. Let's roll it.
We have taken objective Charlie. We have armed objective apples.
What did I tell you?
We have armed objective butter.
I'm speechless. Look, I understand. Y'all saw what I'm talking about. This game feels so complete, but there's a huge but. Let's talk about the one thing that is really holding this game back. The nail in the coffin, and EA is known for this. Don't expect a lot of content from EA. And this is what I saw before I even started the game. This happens actually in your loadout screen when you pick a soldier. And I'm gonna show you the clip. I'm at the loadout screen itself. You see my soldier, you see the guns I've selected. What is the one flaw you see? Unfortunately, I can't zoom in to show y'all because I will lose some of the, since I recorded MPEG 4, it's kind of grainy. It's not as sharp as like true HD. But let me show y'all the flaw with this. I hope, look to the, I think it's the right of the screen. As you see the guns, you see a lot of repeats of the same model gun. You'll see the Model 10A Heavy, the Model 10A Factory. You'll see the MP8. You'll see the MP8 Trench, the MP8 Experimental, and the MP8 Artillery. This is what some developers do to say that they're giving you more content when it really is not. They're taking the same gun model but changing the attributes. They'll change the hip fire. They'll change the hip fire, the damage, the accuracy, the control, but give you the same modeled gun. I think that is a big mistake from EA's standpoint. I think it's kind of like smoke and mirrors where it says, hey, you get all these selection of guns, but unfortunately the gun is still the same. Like the MP18, the MP18 Trench, the MP18 Experimental, the MP18 Artillery, that's the same model gun, but what they did was they just changed the attributes. You'll see the meter of the damage, hip fire, whatever fluctuate, but they count it as a different gun. Instead of giving us a different gun with different attributes, they should not do that. They should be able to say, hey, you be able to lock to modify the current weapon you have, but to use slots for the same model gun but change the attributes to consider it a new gun is very flawed. EA really needs to change that, which I highly doubt. Because let me tell y'all,
We have armed objective butter.
I believe that Call of Duty is on its way out, sort of. I think let me explain. What I'm saying is, I think it's time for Battlefield to be the #1 first-person shooter. But unfortunately, EA needs to stop doing things like this when it comes to the development. The men and women at DICE who developed this game, I'm not taking their credit away, but as far as weapons goes, I believe that Battlefield 1 is going to be as vast as an ocean, but as deep as a puddle. They really need to start focusing on giving people content, because if y'all don't know already, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is coming out. Then the Infinite Warfare is going to have Call of Duty 4 Remastered. It was a game that came out almost 10 years ago with better graphics, sound, whatever. Battlefield 1 is about to lose to a game that came out almost 10 years ago. This game is going to cost $80. You get the new version of Infinite Warfare, but most people are going to buy it because of Call of Duty 4 is going to be remastered. So you're telling me that Battlefield 1 is going to lose a brand new game within the franchise, is going to lose to a game that came out 10 years ago. We need more content. We need dedicated servers. We need better features. We need personal servers like SOCOM. Remember SOCOM US Navy SEALs? SOCOM on PlayStation 3? That type of customization for having your own personal servers. You have to beat Call of Duty by content alone. The game looks gorgeous. Battlefield 1 looks gorgeous, y'all. Let me tell you. But let me tell you this. EA is making a big mistake. And if they don't change, they're going to always be #2. And when they want to be #1 in the end. So there y'all go. There y'all have it. That's it. Battlefield 1 beta. If it's still up, I recommend you try it. EA just needs to get their approach and strategy right. But I definitely enjoyed this video game. If y'all like what y'all saw today, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps out a lot. So I'll see you later. Thanks a lot.